What is it that I have in common with Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, J-Lo, Helen Mirren, Salma Hayek? What is it I have in common with these famous women and many others as well? It's certainly not my bank account or my Amex card. What we all have in common is our body shape. We are all pear-shaped. I've intentionally put on a figure hugging dress for you today just to show you my curves, to show you the shape of my body. Over the years that I've been making these fashion videos, I've had lots of lovely comments. A lot of you say that I have a really nice figure and that I can wear just about anything and I look great in anything. That's not true. So I'm here to tell you I have been tricking you. What I do is I dress for my body shape, which is pear-shaped. And in dressing for my body shape, it does give the illusion that I'm more in proportion than what I really am. A pear-shaped body is not perfectly proportional. Out of the four body shapes, what stylists are trying to do is make women look like they're more an hourglass body shape, because that is considered the most proportionally balanced body shape. Now there's four body shapes. Of course there's mixes of body shapes as well. So there's the hourglass body shape, there's the pear shape, apple shape, rectangle, or athletic body shape if you like. So we'd all really like to be an hourglass body shape because that is the body shape that can wear just about anything. It's not me, it's not pear-shaped ladies. Pear-shaped ladies can get closer to looking like we have an hourglass figure if we follow the recommendations for dressing for our pear shape. And this is what the famous celebrities do. I'm not only pear-shaped, I'm also petite, I'm 5'3", so I also keep that in mind when I'm dressing. Today I'm going to show you all the different styles that you can wear if you're pear-shaped that's going to detract from the fact that you are pear-shaped and make you look more proportionally balanced. I'm also going to be adding in some tips for dressing if you're petite. Firstly, what we need to know is exactly what is pear-shaped. What does it mean to be pear-shaped? I think the one thing that defines pear-shaped is you have narrow shoulders. Your shoulders are often more narrow than your hips, or they might be in line with your hips. Pear-shaped ladies generally are not big busted. It doesn't mean they're small busted like I am, but they don't carry their weight up the top. They have a defined waistline. Their waistline is their best asset. Doesn't mean their tummy is flat and they don't have any weight on their tummy or any bulge on their tummy, because I do. Since I've had children, I've always had this little roll on my belly. When it comes to your waist, the idea for pear-shaped ladies is to accentuate your waistline. Show off that gorgeous small waist that you have. Pear-shaped ladies do carry their weight on the bottom, and it's usually their thighs. My thighs are my widest part. It's not my hips for me, it is my thighs. So when I dress, it's all about trying to minimize my thighs and minimize the bottom half of my body, so I'm more in proportion with the tops. I try and draw out my shoulders, hence why I'm showing you an off the shoulder top. I also try and add a little bit of bulk to the top half of my body, which gives pear-shaped ladies so many fantastic options in tops and tops of dresses as well. With being pear-shaped, like any other body shape, you can be a little bit, somewhat, or quite a lot. I'm only a little bit. I'm a little bit pear-shaped, but having said that, the more weight that I put on, the more pear-shaped I will look, and that's true of all pear-shaped ladies. And unfortunately, the first place our weight will go is where we don't want it to go. It will go on our thighs and the bottom half of our body. The same goes for when we're losing weight. The last place you'll lose weight is where you want it to, on your legs, on your thighs, or the bottom half of your body. Unfortunately, for most of us, we'll lose it where we don't want to lose it. I lose it on my bust, and I do lose it on my face as well, which I don't really need to or want to. My arms, I used to have really skinny arms, but since I've got older, my arms actually are quite heavy. I've got a bit of a tuck shop arm happening now. Let's talk about the derriere, let's talk about your butt. Pear-shaped ladies usually have fab butts. We usually have nice, rounded, perky butts. We are the ones that fill out a pair of jeans great. We are the ones that look great in a pair of jeans because our butt will fill out a pair of jeans. Well, gravity took over, didn't it? So what stays up comes down, unfortunately. Pear-shaped women are quite curvy. Some are more curvy than others. Now, some of the younger women like to embrace their curves. Kim Kardashian would be one of them. She doesn't even try and hide the fact that she's curvy, and it looks fantastic on her. She's very toned, and she's usually quite slim, and it looks amazing on her. And they're not all super young, but J-Lo's another one. They really like to accentuate their curves. That's personal choice. When it comes to necklines, one of the most flattering shapes for pear-shaped ladies is a square neckline. The top also has some gathered sleeves here. They're a little bit puffy, and that is extending my shoulders out. So we need to talk about sleeves as well, because there's certain sleeves that are more flattering for pear-shaped ladies too. Any sleeve that is gathered here in the shoulders will draw your shoulders out. So that includes puff sleeves and lantern sleeves, as well as square necklines in your tops and your dresses. You can wear any neckline that sits out here on the shoulders. It doesn't necessarily have to be off the shoulders, because a lot of mature women don't like to wear off the shoulders tops because they might have bra issues, or they just don't like that particular style. I love that style. But if you're not into off the shoulder, wear something that sits out here just on the edge of the shoulder. Boat neck tops are also really popular for pear-shaped ladies. They go straight across here and draw out the shoulders, because that's what we're aiming to do. This is a really lovely black and white geoprint boat neck blouse. Wide leg trousers are fantastic for pear-shaped ladies, but if you're petite, not too wide. Super wide when you're short will make you look wider, I think. If I can, I also prefer to wear my wide leg trousers in a fabric that's not too dense, not too stiff, not too heavy. We can also wear one shoulder tops if it's your thing, and I think they look fantastic, particularly for evening wear. One shoulder tops are a lot of fun, and they've got a chic style to them, I think. I love to wear satin. Silk satin is just such a luxurious fabric. I adore silk satin, but it's more expensive. But there's lots of satin around, and has been popular for quite a few seasons now, and it's fantastic for pear-shaped ladies, because that sheen that you wear, if you're wearing it up the top, it's going to draw the eye to your top. That's not to say that I don't wear satin skirts, because I do, because I just really like satin skirts. I'm wearing this lovely satin off-white blouse with a pair of dark denim, which is beneficial for pear-shaped ladies. I try and find dark denim as much as I can. These particular jeans from Cotton On in Australia are considered a flare, but they're not super flared. And I do not wear super flared jeans, although I like a slight flare, and I love my boot cuts. But I wear a slight flare, because if you wear them too wide and you're petite, this is for the petite ladies, they are just going to make you look shorter. Another type of top that looks good on pear-shaped ladies is something textured. A white knit top like this with a little bit of a pattern going through it. It's got some cable knitting and a pattern and a design. It's great for us. We can wear these sort of tops. We can wear these kind of jumpers or sweaters. Don't be afraid to wear a few ruffles or a few frills on the top, because this is one of my favorite blouses. It's a Liz Jordan blouse, and I wear this a real lot. And yes, it's got ruffles on it, and it's got a little tiny flutter sleeve on the side. This shirt is a great option for a pear-shaped lady, because across here, across the top of the shoulders, we have some gathers, and we also have gathers here in the sleeves as well. It also is a textured fabric. I touched on sleeves just a little bit. I suggested that you wear sleeves that are gathered here on the shoulder. I do have quite a few puff sleeve dresses to show you in just a minute. I absolutely love wearing flutter sleeves. This is one of my favorite t-shirts. I wear it a lot because the frills of the flutters here, once again, extend the shoulders out. Onto blazers and jackets. I won't show you coats. I don't wear coats. I own very few coats. I live in a subtropical climate. When it comes to blazers for pear-shaped ladies, single-breasted every time. I'm quite particular about my blazers. I do wear them fitted because I'm petite. So for ladies, fitted blazers are more flattering for short ladies, but also because I'm pear-shaped, I like to, once again, show off that waistline. When it comes to the length of a blazer, even though the long blazers and the oversized blazers and the dad blazers have been super on trend, I only own a few longer blazers, and I'm very careful how I wear them, because for petite ladies, they're going to make you look shorter. And for the pear-shaped ladies, it's really crucial where your blazers and your jackets end. If they end right in the middle of your thigh, it can be not so flattering. It's really hard to get a blazer that ends in the right place for a petite lady. This one here is sitting just at the top of my thighs, which I find quite acceptable. It's not that I don't wear blazers that end right in the middle of my thigh. Sometimes I do. But when the blazer does end there, I do try and do more of a monochromatic look. I try and keep it all in the same color tones. This is a double-breasted I bought online accidentally. I thought it was single-breasted. I'm not keeping it. I'm giving it to the thrift store. But as you'll see, there's too much fabric in it for me. And this is what happens with pear-shaped ladies with double-breasted blazers. It just feels like there's too much fabric in there. It's kind of just hanging. Even when I do this double-breasted up, I think with all the buttons and the lapels being so wide on me, and I don't wear super wide lapels either. I steer away from those if they're too big because I'm small up the top. But I just feel this is too much. I feel it's too busy. I feel like there is too much fabric in here. It's not that they look terrible on pear-shaped ladies. I just don't think there's much shape in this. I just prefer a blazer that's more fitted. And Gimoto jackets, which I own quite a few. Once again, the rule is where they end. This one's a good length. It's right here on the top of my hips. This also applies for petite ladies as well. We don't want our moto jackets baggy and big ending right down here. They won't do you any favors at that length. That's about the right length, right there on the top of the hips. That's a good length for a moto jacket. For skirts, it's simple, A-line. A-line every time, but not too A-line, not too wide, and preferably not from stiff, dense fabric. And the length for a petite lady is best just below the knee, or just on the knee if you like it, but I think just below the knee. Maxis are quite safe for petite ladies, but I think most maxis look better with a slight heel other than a flat sandal or a sneaker. That's just my opinion, because I just think there's a lot of fabric in a maxi and you need a little bit of height to wear them well if you're short. When it comes to jeans and trousers, my favorite jean is a boot cut jean. I think it's really flattering on pear-shaped ladies. I think boot cut jeans are flattering on all women. I do wear flares if they're not super flared, and I wear straight legs. I do have a wide leg jean to show you today. I don't tend to wear the wide leg jean as much. I don't find them quite as flattering for myself as a boot cut, but that's just me, and they are really popular and they're really on trend. Wide leg pants are great for pear-shaped ladies. We're really lucky. We can wear those super stylish wide leg pants. If you're petite, if you're short, not too wide, and watch the thickness of the fabric, not too thick. When I'm wearing a lighter wash in a denim, I always wear a lighter top with it. This time I've gone monochromatic with the light blue or the baby blue square neckline top, which is perfect for pear-shaped, and the monochromatic is great for petite ladies as well. Makes you look a little bit taller, I think. I try my hardest not to wear a light colored top with a dark bottom and vice versa, because it creates horizontal lines, and yes, it makes me look short, particularly if I'm wearing the light on the bottom and the dark up the top. But definitely steer away from any pant that's tapered in, and that's why I don't like mum jeans. And that's one of the reasons I never wear mum jeans, because mum jeans are usually wide at the top and cut in to come in, taper in at the bottom. Onto dresses, and I've got a lovely collection here of dresses to show you, and the hot pink one I've got on is absolutely perfect for several reasons. It has the square neckline, it's got elastic here on the sleeve, which is making the sleeve very puffy. It's extra puffy and it's extra gorgeous because it is elastic here. The puffiness here in the sleeves is really enhancing for a pear-shaped lady. It's also sitting on my waist, it's showcasing my waist, and don't forget that's exactly what you want to do if you're pear-shaped. The skirt is moderately gathered, it's not over gathered. A style that's always recommended for pear-shaped ladies is what is called a fit and flare. It's fitting up in the bodice, it sits on the waist, and it flares out to an A-line skirt. So this is a cute little polka dot one, has a scooped out neckline, and the flutter sleeves, which we said are really helpful for pear-shaped ladies. The green and white floral print is also a fit and flare dress. It has the square neckline on this one and puff sleeves. And once again, it sits on the waist and goes out A-line from there with not too much fabric in the skirt, and it's nice and fluid. I absolutely love fluid skirts. I love dresses that move with you. I just find them so elegant to wear. This milkmaid style has been around for a few seasons now. You might think of it as a younger woman's dress, but it doesn't have to be, because it's actually perfect for pear-shaped ladies. This one with the puff sleeves and the square neckline, and sitting just lovely on the waist, coming in at the waist and giving you definition. This style dress that's been on trend for quite a few seasons is one of the best styles a pear-shaped lady could wear. And a really lovely off-the-shoulder dress, perfect for day to night. We've got our wrap dresses because they come in at the waist, they sit on your waist, they showcase your waist, and the skirts are A-line. So they work really well too, but they work for all women. Now, when you wear a wrap dress, when they wrap over, you do have a V-neck, and V-necks are not recommended for pear-shaped ladies. I don't pay too much attention to that because I own quite a few V-neck tops. So that's something I want to say about all these recommendations for dressing for your body shape. I think if you have most styles in your wardrobe that are flattering for your body shape, you can work around by having garments that aren't recommended, and a V-neck can work. I love my V-neck knit. I'm a jumpsuit lover and I own quite a few pairs of jumpsuits, and when I wear my jumpsuits, I wear them with the wide leg pants. This jumpsuit for evening is off the shoulder, so everything about it is flattering for pear shape.